All right, raise your hand if you think healthcare is expensive. Come on now, raise those hands. And I concur. The truth is, when I was a little kid, both my cousins Daniel and David did not have healthcare because it was too expensive for their financially struggling situation. As shown through the raise of hands, I'm sure many of you know at least one person, whether it's a family or a friend, boyfriend or girlfriend, or whoever it is, that can't afford the privileges of healthcare. And this leads to our problem. The problem is around 25% of all Americans struggle to even get adequate amounts of healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Accordant. Anytime, any place. We are here targeting those 82 million people as a social enterprise. And for the past 2 decades, we acknowledge that there has been a growing trend in both social media and the internet, and that is key to our component of success. For it is both our pleasure and our mission to provide the most accessible and the most affordable healthcare there is in the world.
In the last year, 127 million people visited an ER room. 37% were non-urgent care. 37% is 50 million people. 50 million people who could have gone to primary care. Looking at our chart, each box represents 100,000 patients. Going from 2013 all the way up to 2018 is evidence of an exponential growth. By the end of 2018, we hope to see 7 million patients worldwide. Touching on what Josh mentioned earlier about the rise of technology, virtual visits is expected to meet and then exceed physical visits by the year 2024.
So adding on to what Ethan said, so there's a big opportunity, and how do we harvest that? The truth is in telemedicine. So what is telemedicine? Telemedicine is a mix of new technology and medicine where we fuse it all together so doctors are able to diagnose patients 24/7 through a video call. This is especially important in outreach. So, Ethan talked about primary care. What is primary care?
Stop the problem before there is a problem.
Before there is a problem. This differs from normal secondary care, where secondary care is addressing the problem once there is the problem.
The healthcare industry is expected to reach $9 trillion by 2020. This is a staggering feat compared to the mere $1.9 billion telehealth industry. With this, we see great potential growth in which the industry has grown at 56% annually. A challenge we do face is the establishment of strong companies who wish to stop us. A look at our competition. All offer 24/7 services. However, what makes us unique is our flat rate of $2,000 each year, which customers are able to break down into easier payments. Our primary strength is our ability to offer unlimited consultations, which means our customers will be able to reach us anywhere, anytime, whenever they need to. This also makes us unique in the sense that all our competitors charge a fee for each consultation. Moving on to weaknesses. A weakness that we have identified is the varying shifts in our doctors, in which it would be difficult to establish a strong physician-patient relationship, in the sense that patients will be calling at all hours of the day, and it's not always possible for them to reach the same physician. Opportunities which we hope to exploit will be our location in Boston, which Josh will elaborate on. Moving on to threats. A potential threat that we have identified is the likelihood of a low credibility due to our brand new name.
Good job, bro. So we are targeting low to mid income, ages all the way from 25 to 65 years old. So we chose this age group because this is when individuals become more health conscious. So we will have a general practitioner office as well as a telemedicine practice on the side. This will give us the competitive advantage because now we have a larger pool of clients in the same physical presence. We will be omnipresent as far as the internet can take us. As I mentioned earlier, this is especially important in southern states such as Louisiana that actually have the worst healthcare because there are more remote and rural places. All of this can be countered for an annual subscription of around $2,000. So as Ethan mentioned, we are located in Boston, Massachusetts. So when you think of Boston, you should think of very, very prestigious schools such as Harvard, MIT, Boston University, Boston College. So when we have a large pool of very brilliant students, we also have a workforce that we can take from them by offering them internships. On top of that, we'll be partnered with companies such as PIH and ATA, and we'll also be sponsored by companies such as Medic Mobile. And with this, not only will we get Not only will they help us fund our expenditures, but we will also be able to get a share in their customer clients because they are already well established as whipping on top. For further publicity, we will also be using social media aspects, as I alliterated in the 4 first slides. Social media outlets such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, which are very famous and have platforms to publicize to millions and even billions of users. And now all of this is possible through our management team. Hi, I'm Josh Kung, and I'm the CEO of Accordant. This is my partner, Ethan Nguyen. He's the CMO and CFO. Unfortunately, James Shrunk, the Human Resources and Audit Officer, is not with us today.
The average American physician sees about 2,000 patients each year. With a full workforce of about 40 doctors, we believe the estimate of 25,241 clients in the first year, it's a modest one. With this, we expect to see great growth in the coming years. Through our break-even analysis, we predicted break-even to occur at 31,000 units, $62 million in revenue, and in the mere 2 years. Looking towards the future, we hope to stay true to our vision, mission, and values by building a strong foundation by 2020, expanding westward by 2024, then building strong partnerships by 2030, then diving into the world markets by 2038.
So we are asking for a startup fund of around $15.5 million and a total request fund of $20.5 million. And wow, that is a lot of money. But some of the expenditures we'll be using are salary and headquarters and equipment and promotion. So with all this money, where are we going to get it from? And how are we able to give away healthcare at such an affordable price? The secret is who we're catering towards. We're catering towards social activists such as LeBron James, who are already deeply rooted in this field of giving back to the underprivileged. On top of that, we'll be marketing towards philanthropists such as Elon Musk, Bill and Melinda Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg, who are part of the Giving Foundation, which are a group of billionaires who pledge to give away most of their wealth to charitable organizations. So this brings us to the question as why are we doing this? We are doing this because the health system in the United States is corrupt. Did you know that Japanese people have the highest life expectancy, but they see their doctors 13 times in 1 year, whereas US only see their doctors 4 times in 1 year. However, the US has the highest mean cost of around $11,000 a year. How does that make any sense? So because these people have corrupted what it means to have healthcare, what it means to give to people that need, we feel that these people have exploited these people and made a business out of them with these lucrative businesses. So what will we do now? We're going to continue to build a strong foundation here and outreach to people that need us, to people in the lower states, in southern states, and in people in more remote areas. And hopefully by 2038, as Ethan said, we will be able to go international market. Also, we are trying to cut down on very preventable deaths, such as heart disease. And remember, we're not trying to reinvent healthcare, we are just trying to save it.
Accordant, any place, anytime. Thank you.